Some disappearances happen in silence, others leave behind only questions. But few vanishings are as unsettling as the one where everything looked perfectly normal until she was simply gone. This is the true story of Jennifer Kesse. Jennifer Joyce Kesse was 24 years old when she disappeared in January 2006. She had a promising career, a serious relationship, a newly purchased condo, and a close, loving family. She was intelligent, independent, and successful. The kind of person who planned everything carefully and rarely made impulsive choices. Jennifer was born on May 20th, 1981, and grew up in Tampa, Florida. She graduated from the University of Central Florida with honors and began working as a financial analyst for Westgate Resorts. She was recently promoted and had just returned from a vacation with her boyfriend in the Virgin Islands. She was thriving. On the evening of January 23, 2006, Jennifer returned to her condo in Orlando. She spoke to her family, texted her friends, and confirmed a morning meeting with her co-workers. There was nothing unusual in her tone or behavior. She unpacked her bags, got ready for work, and went to bed. She was never seen again. The next morning, January 24th, Jennifer didn't show up for work. She didn't call in, didn't answer her phone, and didn't reply to texts. This was completely unlike her. She was known for being punctual, responsible, and highly communicative. Her co-workers quickly grew concerned and contacted her parents. Her father, Drew Kesse, instantly knew something was wrong. He and his wife Joyce drove from Tampa to Orlando that same day. When they arrived at her condo, they found the door locked. Nothing appeared out of place. Her bed was made. Her clothes were laid out for work. Her bathroom was damp. Signs she had recently showered. Her phone, purse, keys, and car were gone. It was as if she had simply vanished in the middle of her morning routine. The Orlando Police Department was contacted that evening. At first, they considered the possibility that Jennifer had left voluntarily, but those who knew her dismissed that immediately. She had no reason to run, no history of instability, and nothing in her life that indicated a desire to disappear. The following day, the case gained traction. Searches began. Flyers were printed. Family and friends combed the area. But there were no signs of struggle, no eyewitnesses, and no useful leads. Then came a major development. 2 days after she vanished, on January 26th, Jennifer's black Chevy Malibu was found abandoned at a nearby apartment complex called Huntington on the Green, about 1 mile from her home. The vehicle was parked in a visitor space. The car appeared clean, untouched. Inside were a few personal items, a DVD player, a pink razor, but nothing alarming. Police lifted a latent fingerprint from the trunk and collected other forensic evidence. But the most important clue came from surveillance footage. A security camera at the apartment complex captured someone parking Jennifer's car and walking away. But the footage wasn't continuous. It recorded only one still image every 3 seconds. In each of the 3 images where the person appears, their face is blocked by a fence post. The figure appeared to be wearing white clothing and walked with a steady, casual stride. Experts from the FBI and NASA were brought in to analyze the suspect's gait. They estimated the individual's height between 5 feet 3 inches and 5 feet 5 inches, but could not determine gender or identity. The person became known as the unidentified person of interest. The Kesse family was devastated. They believed the person in that footage held the key to Jennifer's fate. But without a face, without a name, the image became another dead end. Over the following weeks, Jennifer's case dominated local media. Volunteers covered the city in missing posters. Her family appeared on television and radio. The reward for information increased. Drew and Joyce Kesse worked tirelessly, refusing to let the world forget. Rumors and theories began to spread. One centered on the construction workers at Jennifer's condo complex. The building was undergoing major renovations, and workers, many undocumented, were often unsupervised. Jennifer had told friends and family she felt uncomfortable around them. She felt watched. She had even been catcalled. Some believed Jennifer was abducted as she left for work that morning, possibly by someone who had observed her schedule. Others think she may have been attacked in the stairwell or parking lot, and her body taken in a vehicle. But without physical evidence, nothing could be proven. Other theories emerged, including a random carjacking, a stalker, or even a co-worker. But Jennifer had no known enemies, no history of personal threats, and no indications of anything suspicious at work. Her boyfriend, Rob Allen, was questioned extensively. He was in Fort Lauderdale at the time and fully cooperated with police. His phone records confirmed his alibi, and he was cleared as a suspect. As time passed, the investigation lost momentum. Leads were followed, but none led anywhere. Search efforts grew less frequent, and Jennifer's face slowly began to fade from public memory. But her family refused to give up. In 2010, the FBI officially classified Jennifer's case as missing and endangered. In 2016, the Kesse family filed a lawsuit against the Orlando Police Department to obtain access to her full case file. They won. Over 16,000 pages of documents were turned over. What they discovered was deeply disturbing. Key pieces of evidence had never been tested. Witness statements had gone uninvestigated. Surveillance footage from nearby businesses was never collected. Some tips were never followed up. The family hired private investigators and re-interviewed witnesses. One person claimed to have seen a man forcing a woman into a van. Another described hearing a woman scream near Jennifer's building. But these accounts had come too late, years after the fact, and couldn't be verified. In 2018, the family took full control of the investigation. They launched a new website, offered updated rewards, and began working with independent analysts and former detectives. Jennifer's case was featured on national platforms Dateline, 2020, Disappeared, multiple YouTube documentaries. Public interest surged again, but still, no one came forward. No arrests were made. No new evidence emerged. To this day, no one knows what happened to Jennifer Kesse. No remains have been found. Her phone was never recovered. Her credit cards were never used again. And the person who parked her car remains unidentified. For her family, the pain is constant. They lost a daughter and never got the truth. Jennifer Kesse didn't live a dangerous life. She didn't take risks. She didn't disappear on her own. She was taken, and someone knows exactly what happened. What do you believe happened to Jennifer Kesse? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy true mysteries like this one, subscribe for more, because sometimes the most chilling stories are the ones that really happened.